Previously on Ghost.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
No, that wasn't my dad. That wasn't my dad. Right, auntie?
Jesus Christ, Zeke, what the fuck? That ain't your fucking auntie. That's your mother.
Mo, what the fuck is she talking about?
Now's not the time to act like you know what the fuck you're doing, alright? Because I know you don't. Listen up. I killed my dad to save my family, alright? Drew, Monet, Diana, Mecca will go after all of them if you don't kill Lorenzo. And he'll make sure you're the last one alive so you can see all of them die right in front of your face. You know what type of nigga he is. You don't have a choice, just like I ain't have a choice. So just get ready, man, because after this shit, you ain't never gonna be the same, Kane. You really think you could do this shit without me? Half of this shit going on, none of your nose you don't even see. Kane, he replaced Rico's work with Sugar just to get you to take him back. Drew, he's still fucking that nigga that dropped him and Zeke's name to the school about that dead body. And Diana stole that money out your bar. You need me, and I need my sister, so what are we doing?
You about to go to war or some shit?
You gotta stop and prepare for war when it starts. You've already lost.
And welcome back to Eggs, Grits, and Ignorance presents Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 recap brought to you by Crux Media Group. From starting your podcast, editing, production, and even audiobook recordings, they got you. Contact them at 843-407-1673. That's 843-407-1673. Or visit the website, cruxmediagroupllc.com. Crux Media, where they create, inspire, and promote all media. If you want to join the conversation, make sure to email us at eggsgritsignorance@gmail.com. I'm your host tonight, Wonder, and I am here once again with the best team out. First off, we're going to introduce my man's dem all the way from PA, my man at Big and Envy _chops, a.k.a. Mr. One and Done. What's happening, my brother?
What's good? What's happening? Swallowing saves lives.
And does. All right, and then all the way from the Met, my girl Vaughn. What's going on, Vaughn Love?
Hello. How are you? I mean, if you don't swallow, you'll choke.
Ooh.
And who likes choking? No one. That can go many ways.
Sometimes you got to give a flex palm for that. But y'all stupid, man.
Yeah, you see the shit out
I'm
of
saying
fucking
it
started.
in a clean way. See, y'all minds are somewhere else.
How you know what our mind is though? Like how you know what our mind
because
is?
y'all just nasty.
My mind in the same place all the time, so you damn right I'm nasty.
Anyway,
I'm one that has clean sense.
clean sense? Is that what you have?
Yes, y'all have nasty sense. I have clean sense.
My sense is dirty.
I don't even know what that means, but it just
dirty
sounds
sense.
Hey, we love to hear from the audience. So please make sure to email us at eggsgritsignorance@gmail.com if you catch on the podcast. If you're here live, make sure to drop comments down in the chat, and we'll be sure to pop you up on the screen as soon as you mention it. Be a part of the conversation, all right? We like to talk with you, not at you.
That's right. Get at us.
We are here once again, as always. We are recapping episode 6 entitled Land of Lies, aka Lies will always, aka Lies will always catch up with you. Yo, I got a question for both of you. Hey, I got a question for you, Vaughn. Have you ever told a lie that's come back to haunt you?
yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, keeping on with the years. All right.
Yeah.
A lie's a lie. It don't matter.
A lie's a lie.
What about
no
you?
matter how innocent this face looks, you
gotta get it in sometime.
Lie's a lie.
What about you, E?
Yes, definitely. It's called wedding vows. I was a 11 and a half year nightmare. Freddy Krueger.
Did you
Not
go
a whole
in
nightmare.
with the lie, or did you discover the
Yeah,
lie?
I said I do.
But did you go in lying?
I realized it was a lie.
You realized, but you didn't lie.
Because it should have been no way. I don't. I ain't doing this shit with you.
Yeah, cuz.
That's what it should have been.
And it can't be like that.
It's shit, nigga. Yo, my mother said I should run, and I didn't listen.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
parents sometimes have the best insight?
Yeah, but she said that shit in a way that I didn't take her seriously. If she had sat me down and said, "Look, son,
Like, even though you don't want to agree with them,
you crazy as hell." I listen to my mother.
I'm saying you may not want to.
I'm a certified mama's boy.
Really?
I'm not.
100%. My mama do no wrong, even when she wrong.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have taken you as a mama's boy.
Oh yeah, I love my mama. I live the closest to
loving
her.
your mom and being just because you love your mom and being close to her.
No.
doesn't make
See,
you a mama's boy.
I'm not like fucking Terrence J. And think like a man. I ain't that.
Okay,
Nah.
that's a mama's boy.
Yeah, that's psycho. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if my mother say, "Yo, I need you," I'm there. Like, ain't no hesitation. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm the closest to her. Like, I lived with her the longest of all of us. So, fuck that.
Okay.
I am a certified mama's
As long as you're
boy.
not a Terrence J. mama's boy.
No.
Yeah,
I like being in my own space.
You ain't going to sleep with your mama and getting in the bed with her and cuddling.
Yeah, I ain't got my own room at the crib.
Sleep at
No,
night.
you got mama's an Aries, so she like her freedom too. So
All right.
Yeah, no.
All right. So my question to you guys to start out today is pretty much thoughts on this episode, like without giving away, because we're going to get into it. Was this possibly the best episode of the season so far?
Oh
no,
man,
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna say it's the best, but
I think it's a prequel to some shit.
This had a lot of. This was a roller coaster ride that took you on a lot of loops and twists and turns.
For real.
I loved it.
It was.
Well, you know what we're coming up on, right?
Oh yeah. And I done thought about it. And I'm gonna wait till next
episode 5, right?
This was episode 6. This was episode 6.
Oh, innocent.
So episode 8 is the innocent.
Episode 8.
I got my innocent.
Oh, the grandma.
Got my innocent.
I want to wait.
Now grandma's out. Grandma's out. Grandma's in the clear.
Grandma's in protective custody now. But
this nigga just saved his grandma.
We gonna.
That's the smallest big mama ever.
See, I think Lauren gonna be the innocent that's gonna die.
We gonna do it
because she's not innocent.
We gonna do it next episode because she's turning into not being an innocent.
Who, Lauren?
Yes.
Lauren, yeah.
Because she's a part of the power dynamic now. So
yeah. So we're gonna revisit that. Let's go ahead and get to this
It's so good, man. It's so good.
Yeah. So the episode
I got mine.
The episode begins with Monet fake ass identifying Lorenzo's body at the morgue, while Diana is
hold on. Before you even get into that, when is this bitch gonna shed a tear? Cause she really on some Mary J. Blige shit. She ain't gonna cry.
and I'm gonna get into why. I'm gonna get into why though, because I'm gonna get into why. I'm gonna get into why a little bit in a little bit. All right, so
go shed no tear.
While Diana's having sex and Drew is waiting to have sex with Guado.
She looked good having sex. I must say that.
Yeah, she was. Kane is in the living room of the penthouse gambling when they all get the news that from Monet that Lorenzo is dead. Back on campus, Effie and Tariq are in the bed. Tariq looks like he is out for vengeance when it comes to Effie. But then she looks at her phone and sees the article that Lorenzo's dead. She, of course, asks him about it. And he's like, I don't know anything. Gets up and says, hey, I got something to do. We then move to Lauren. She's back home in her bed. She wakes up because she went there because she was trying to wait for her parents.
Jenny is a G.
the front door open. I'm coming to a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Thinking it was them, but it was Jenny coming to take her back into custody. Lauren is reluctant until Jenny guilts her into it, but she says she wants to talk to Saxe first. Jenny later threatens Saxe as well. Vaughn, what do you think about Jenny in this episode?
Jenny put her big girl draws on, and she's told Saxe, "You want to play? You want to get fucked? Do you want me to fuck you, or like how you want to get fucked? Like how you want to get fucked? Like, do you want me to put a strap on? Like, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to bend over? Do you want to bend over? How do you want to? How you want to do this thing?
What's the P.D. Pablo song? Do you want it in your pussy? Do you want it in your ass?
Yeah, like, how do you want it? Like, how do you want it?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
And I never
I'll take it in the ass.
I never thought I'd see Saxe like just pussy out, like just no. He just was like, you know what? Then he talked about some. Well, you could have just told me.
Nah.
Shut up.
The thing about it, Saxe always find himself back at the drawing board. He always find himself back in a humbling state.
He always want to be on the right side, but he do the wrong shit.
I'm gonna tell you something about Saxe. Saxe is a cockroach.
You can't get rid of his ass.
You can't get rid of him. You can step on him. You go to get the dustpan to pick him up. His ass gone. Like Saxe is gonna end up doubling. Saxe is gonna end up fucking Jenny by the time it's all said and done. I almost could guarantee you Saxe is gonna end up fucking Jenny over.
Because he has invested himself so far into it till he can't get out of it. And he can't go, he's stuck. He's stuck. He has nowhere to go.
It's one thing I learned in my 45 years of life is you don't overinvest in coochie.
But he has incriminated himself so much.
But he's in this particular, dynamic between him and Jenny, he is definitely over invested for the coochie.
He has.
You know what I'm saying?
He fell in love with her.
He don't know which role he is.
Okay.
He don't know
he fell in love with her.
I don't give a fuck who you are, male or female, or what type of relationship dynamic you in. You never stupid for your spouse. You cannot be stupid for your spouse. Yeah, it don't matter. You cannot be stupid for your spouse because at the end of the day, if they out to play you, they're gonna play you.
He was hurt.
That's the bottom line.
He was hurt.
Oh, he was swole. That boy was swole. That was
hurt.
He went a couple of rounds with George Foreman.
He wouldn't let that thing go.
No, he wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let it go.
He thought he.
I mean, and this is on the heels of a talk he had with Tate. I think he's gonna end up doubling. I think Saxe might be a little bit smarter than we give him credit for. And like I said, he's like a cockroach. He's gonna find a way, I think, to double his way back. But
whatever mess he about to get into, he gonna get out of.
And he gonna throw Jenny under the bus. Watch what I tell you.
But it's gonna come at a price.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna come at a price. It's gonna cost everything costs.
It's gonna come at a price, but it's gonna come at a price that's gonna help someone else.
That could be.
It's gonna help.
He's gonna get Tariq off.
Yes,
he's gonna get Tariq off, and it's gonna fuck Jenny, and then he might fuck himself in the process.
It's gonna help Tariq, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the Tejadas.
It's gonna wild. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be spicy. You know what? I'll say this. You know what? In all 10 episodes of fucking BMF, this one episode of Power trump all 10 episodes of BMF. I believe that.
I can't talk about BMF because I'm so far behind on it.
Trust me. BMF is entertainment. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it, but it don't twist and turn like this.
Yeah, this shit.
Because we know how BMF ends. We know what the deal is. You do not know what the deal is with Power because it's fiction. So you can always change fiction. You cannot change facts. And then the shitty part about BMF is that you really can't add too much to the story, and you really can't put too much factor into the story, because if you do, somebody going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely, I'm always, I love Power. Power got me locked in like The Wire.
It's not as good, but I get what you're saying. They then get into the class lesson of the day. Now, every episode is an overarching class lesson that kind of gives you, it's pretty much Power's commentary on life as it relates to the episode. And the big question of the day, and I'm going to ask you guys, what is truth? Who determines it? And does it even matter? We'll start with you, Evie.
The first thing I thought of when I saw that question posed to them is truth is in the eye of the beholder. If you believe it to be true, who is to tell you that it is not true? You know what I'm saying? What's true for you may not be true for me.
Truth is the perception of what you want to believe.
But if you look at the definition of truth, I didn't read it. I ain't Webster. You know what I mean? But it is it is reality, but it also is perception. So without reality or perception, you have no truth. And things, I think at the end of the day, what happened, whether it be on paper or be what like physically happened, that's when it becomes truth. The end makes it true, not the beginning, because you may be going down one path that you think is what you should be doing, but then when you end it, you do something completely different from what you thought you was going to do.
It's the result. It's your result.
It's
whatever
result.
your result
Right.
is, right? Okay.
Right. The results.
Because your result could be true to
any
you
situation.
and be false to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
who-
I didn't fuck that bitch, but at the end of the day, I
you
did.
touch me, I say you fuck me.
Hey, oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yep. That's
All right,
how.
so we lost my place in my notes. Yeah, that's what happens when you got like 5 pages of them. All right.
Because I need you to hurry up and get to what I got. Yeah.
You trying to get to the spice.
All right. So this episode is mostly about Tariq's disdain and hurt about being lied to by the people around him. It even seems as though he hurt himself. While he went fist to fist when he confronted Brayden, his discussion to lull Ellie into a sense of calm before taking her to the site where she killed his girlfriend. A bold move if I ever seen one.
Yo, that was OG.
What did you think about Tariq's initial calculated reactions to the betrayal?
To both Brayden and Effie?
And Effie, like he thought that shit through.
Yes.
I don't think he thought it all the way through.
Oh, the moment that he saw Lauren, he thought it through. From the moment he saw, because Lauren scared him, he thought he saw a ghost. He knew where she popped up from.
Because he couldn't have thought it all the way through. Because he cut out Brayden, knowing that Brayden holds the keys to the Maserati he trying to drive. Because Brayden holds the key to Weston Holden.
He didn't care.
He didn't think about that. Yeah, he didn't think about that.
He didn't care.
No.
Nah, but that plays out. That plays out correct, because when he tries to go back to work, he can't get into work.
Well, I was just saying he didn't think it all the way through.
I think the main theme based on the story title is truth. Because what was the name of the episode again? Liars something?
No, lies.
Something on lies.
Land of lies.
Yeah, land of
Right.
lies.
But truth is the main factor in all them lies. Because if they came to him and they said, yo, this is how we moved. Yeah, he gonna be upset, but he can get over it. There's no betrayal. There's no lies. There's no lying between us. We supposed to be family. We supposed to be boys. And think about it. Tariq, main thing that he watched happen in his house was lies. So he's gonna react negatively to being lied to. You know what I'm saying?
I just think what he did was an emotional response rather than a
definitely emotional. Definitely more
Very
emotional than anything.
But I ain't gonna
And
lie. What he
I
did
think-
to Effie, I would have did that too.
Oh, I love that.
Let me
Cause she just riding in the car like
Figure it out.
What
I'm
the fuck?
notorious.
Hold the fuck up.
That
Where
is-
you
that
taking
is
me?
what I
And
do.
then- but
Figure
then
it out. I
what
would leave
killed
it.
me?
My point. That's my point here. And Effie said it. We were trying to protect you. We were trying to protect us.
Because you couldn't do
like
it.
Khalil,
But-
like Khalil
but-
said, but they did what he couldn't do. He couldn't bring himself to do. If you in the game,
Nah.
right? If you in the life, if this is what you
Hey,
in,
but they both failed.
no, they okay. Be it as it may, that they both failed. They should have told Tariq. There is no doubt in my mind. I feel like as soon Effie, I feel like Kane should have went to Tariq. Well, Kane did go to Tariq, and then once he figured out that he wasn't gonna do it, he told Effie because remember Kane went to Effie and told her, "Hey, she's got to go." And then Effie followed Braden, knowing that hey, Braden wasn't going to be able to do it. But at the end of the day, I think Braden, either Braden or Effie, should have at least told him.
They waited too long. They waited
too long.
They too much
It's
time
better-
passed by.
You know what?
It's better for you to tell me and for me to hurt because of your truth than for you to lie to me and me to hurt because you lied to me and I had to find out on my own. Imagine thinking somebody I care about is dead.
And that bullshit story she gave him riding in the car, and he's like,
That's
and
what I'm
what else
saying.
you got to tell me?
Oh, no, I don't think that was
He
bullshit. I think that
gave
was-
her 2 opportunities.
no.
The two best opportunities
want
that
to
he
hear that
gave her.
story. He wouldn't.
That he gave her was when he walked back in that dorm room and when she was riding in that car.
Yep.
But it shows you that I love Effie. I love Effie to death, and I love Effie character with Tariq's character. I love them together.
She
But-
did try to tell him once before,
Yes, but she
a
keeps
few episodes ago.
but he gave her 2
But she-
opportunities that
but-
she should have
And
told.
he's looking at it like she's had opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity. We laid up in the bed. I love you. Hey, but listen, let me tell you
You
something.
know what? I love you too.
But that love,
You're gonna
love,
be you're gonna be
false
mad. You're gonna be upset. But I did something that I don't know if you can ever forgive me for,
But this,
but I hope you can.
but this
Here-
also shows you. This also shows you what your parents told you. Don't be too big for your britches, right? You don't want to be well, oh man, I forgot what movie it was. But you don't want to be this grown folk business. You don't want to be a kid in man's game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna fail. This shows you how emotional that these kids are. Because look how hard it was for Tommy, fucking Tasha, and Ghost as adults to tell the truth, to just be honest with each other. And it shows you they are very self-serving.
But I
Effie's
think
very self-serving. She's just like
I
Tasha.
don't know.
She didn't want to reach out.
See,
Hmm?
I don't know. I don't know if she's self-serving, and I'm gonna tell
She
you why I don't know
is.
if she's self-serving. No, I think that Effie is always in not self-serving. Effie is always in survival mode, and I
But
think
that's self-serving.
that is not survival mode. Is not self-serving.
Who you trying to protect?
That's not self-serving.
It is
If-
because you're trying to protect yourself.
But let's look at her background. From
I'm
a
not
kid-
saying
No,
she's
from a
wrong.
child- From a child, nobody has ever protected her. That's why
That's
she's,
true.
That's why she's selling these drugs to save this money up because she wants to save her money up so she can take care of herself.
that
she
makes
can
you,
always
but
protect
that
her.
doesn't give you the right
I'm not-
to be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
The
It
only
don't
thing
give you the right to be wrong.
The only thing she's wrong about is not telling Tariq.
I
think
100% agree
and I think
with some of Effie's moves.
I agree with all of her moves except for telling him.
But I will say this. From the time they was in choke, she been shitting on Tariq. For what?
She's not been shitting on Tariq. She's been protecting herself. There is a difference.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
There is a
shit on, because I said, think about it. Tariq came up there.
No. Okay, so you mean to tell me if it's a competition, right? You're not downing somebody. You're not downing somebody else if the competition is going to make themselves put themselves in a situation where you can take advantage of their thing. When they were at choke, Tariq put himself in a position where he could get caught with whatever it is that she somehow finessed everybody into believing to get that.
But she was still fucking with him. No. But you gotta remember, she still fuck with him.
But she didn't know him like that.
Yeah, I just think that
at that time she didn't know him like that.
Okay, so you didn't know me like that.
Know him.
She
didn't know who he was, what he was about. I don't buy that part.
That's what I'm saying. That's just taking out the conversation.
But you took out the competition, but you fucked me.
She did not hump Kane, Dawn.
She about to.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I mean, it's about
but I'm telling you, when she was in choke, she fucked Tariq. He got the pussy.
That's not. Was that in the episode? What episode was that?
Yes. They fucked. They couldn't show it because they were minors. They couldn't show it because they was minors.
You talk about some man. That's implied. That is implied.
All right. So even if it's all right, so all right, let's just say it's implied. We're gonna say it's implied, but you lure me into a false sense of insecurity.
What I will say is, if I'm wrong, because I will go back and watch tonight. I'm going to go back when we get off. We got about another 32 minutes. Tonight, I'm going to go back and watch those episodes of him at choke. And I'm going to see. Now, if I'm wrong, but I don't think they even implied them fucking, like, at all. Like,
I mean, if anything, it was implied. If anything.
No, it was not implied. It was not even implied.
I'm just saying, if anything.
But Arels, think about it. Just think about it from this aspect. It wouldn't have been so easy for him to jump back in them drawers when he was in Stansfield.
He had sex with Brain's cousin. Like
he did fuck Brain's cousin. That was implied sex because they didn't show much but him kissing.
Exactly. But they didn't even show him kissing Effie.
I'm telling you, when they were sitting in that room playing that chess, they playing that chess.
I'm going to check. I'm going to go back. I could be wrong.
He got them draws.
I could be wrong. I don't think he got them then.
But that's what makes their dynamic so good, though.
It was a chemistry there.
But
it was a chemistry there.
But you constantly that's why they didn't really want to fuck with each other when she's up at the other college and he in this college. The look that she gave him was like, what the fuck you back in my life for?
Right.
No, because
you know what I'm saying?
No, because he's competition. She sees him at the time. She saw him as competition.
At the time, but not
I get it too. But at the same time, think about it like this. When I came on the scene, you made more money than you ever did.
But
and every time you fuck with me,
now, so that ain't
she only making money based off the strength of Tariq.
That is true. He put her
on. And he went, even though she had her little hustle when she was at her spot.
And she trying to get Diana on her
He's still getting her. She could be driving fucking Bugattis and all of that shit too.
Diana's about to be locked up. She about to be the next one, Jenny, to catch up. You saw Diana. The end of the episode.
Oh man. When she said, when Tariq said he gonna give her the combination to the joint, I said it's a wrap for that bitch. But I remembered immediately that they put cameras up there on that fucking rooftop. I knew. And you stupid, you don't even look around. You just go.
Well, I mean,
she's definitely the weak link.
All right, so this is the point. Both Tariq and Effie Both Tariq and Effie weren't wrong. All right, Tariq, he's obviously allowed to feel betrayed and hurt. That person that he's grown to care for and even love. And he started to build a life with her, was not honest with him. But Effie wasn't wrong when she told him that she did it to protect him. Was his reaction an overreaction?
No.
Because, and let me finish, because Effie wasn't trying to kill Lauren out of spite. She was just trying to eliminate a threat to what they had. Because
that was his love. That was,
she thought that could bring him down.
That was, he loved this woman. Like they could have told
he didn't love. No. He didn't love Lauren like that. Now he didn't love Lauren. No, like that.
He said it himself. He said, "I care about you."
Yeah, he cared about her. He didn't love her like that. He didn't love her like that. Like he loved Effie. Nah, he ain't love her like that.
So you think he loved Effie more than he loved Lauren?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think the real
like and that's a point I put down in my notes. Where's it? Because he like Effie allows him to go all the way in. You know, like he's never done with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he with Effie,
she knows his duality. She knows his duality.
Exactly. With Effie, he could kill in front of her. They could sell drugs. He could admit the wildest, most devastating.
And then you think about when they was in England, he was like,
Lauren is the good girl. He has to have that different image in front of.
Yes, because Lauren, she could never be his true, authentic self because he hid so much of himself away from her. Just like Ghost did with Angela. And as much as Tariq tries not to be Ghost, he is Ghost. Just
you know what's crazy?
I feel like
Tariq. I feel like Tariq needs a second name. I really do. Because with Ghost, you had Ghost and you had James St. Patrick. You see what I'm saying? Or you had James and you had Jamie. Because if you notice, when Angela was mad at Ghost, she would call him James.
You're right.
But when she was all lovey-dovey, he was Jamie.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tariq needs another name.
Reek.
No, and I'm going
you know what I mean?
I think I honestly believe that that's strategic by the writers. And the reason I'm saying that is because Tariq is the culmination and the combination of both of his dad's sides in one. His dad split himself in two. Tariq has embraced both sides of himself. So
I think he's starting to embrace both sides.
No, but I'm just saying he is. Tariq's always been a killer. Tariq been a killer since season 4 in the Flagship Power.
You know, I know, but I think in this episode you see him, but you see him talk about it more. Like, I did what I did to the cop. I did what I did to this. I did what I did to that.
No, he been ruthless.
Oh, I agree.
Since he set up Kanan to die with the police, like he been this.
I agree. I just feel like he's coming more to terms with it in this episode than any other episode. Whereas I know they talked about it before.
It's like he's growing weary, like he's getting tired.
No, I think what happened in this episode is he was hurt. And this is the first time we've seen him lash out against the people that he loves because Brayden was his brother who replaced his sister that died. That's how he felt about Brayden. You know what I'm saying? And Effie was the love of his life. That was his Tasha. That was his queen, so to speak. And she betrayed him. It's the betrayal aspect that has him cold-hearted at this moment. There is no caring in him in this episode because he's hurt, but he's not only hurt by the people that betrayed him. He feels like he betrayed himself because for the first time since his dad's betrayal of Angela and all of that, he's actually opened up and Kanan, he's actually opened up and trusted somebody.
So how does this play out with him moving forward with all of this? Everything is opened up. How does he move forward?
I think you're going to start to see it. I think you're going to start to see
Is he gonna become more ruthless now?
I think you're gonna start to see. I think you're gonna start to see that Ghost in Power season 1, episode 1. I think you're gonna start to see a lot of that, more of that out of Tariq, where he's cleanly playing both sides of the fence.
No, I don't think so, because he doesn't like when Effie was talking about getting out of the game, right? Hey, I want to get to this point where it's enough bread and we get out of the game. Tariq seemed as though, and this was last episode, Tariq seemed as though he had no desire, will, want, or desire to even remotely get involved in that. Tariq just wanted to be, he wants to be what he is. He's in, I am a monster. I know this. I'm not running from it. I understand it. And that's who I am. And that's
what I'm saying. Like you about to see that Ghost. The Ghost in episode 1 was cool with, let me go down here to the back room, slice and dice this nigga. We gonna go back upstairs, run this fucking club, and then when I get home, it's oh shit, blood stains on my collar. Let me take this shirt off, and then I'm gonna go fuck my bitch. Like you see that, you see clearly the both sides of the person being one, like Two-Face in the Batman. You seeing the two sides of the coin being one. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. There is no coin. It just is.
No. But yo, when you got two sides of a quarter, it's still a quarter. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's heads or tails, it's still a quarter. That's what I'm talking about.
But here's the fact of the matter. No matter how hurt his feelings are, he don't have no choice but to deal with Kane, Effie, and Brayden, because all of them are linked. Not as long as Obi got his foot on their throat. Because Obi damn sure Tariq was going to do it, was going to meet up. Obi was on that ass, like nigga.
I like it. No. That was a setup. That was a setup shit that you didn't even catch. That was just, he did that shit on purpose.
No, I know he was headed to go see his grandma, but he had the stuff on him. No, I know that. I know that. I don't know that. I know because Tariq ain't about to go and just hand over some bricks on the train. Like, come on now.
I need you to. That was an ill misdirection. I need you to keep your eyes off my grandmother long enough.
I want to get back to Effie and Diana.
They need to go in and fuck.
And Reek.
Okay.
They need to have a one big threesome.
No, they do not. When Effie came to Diana's room and she said that I want to keep this between me and you, do not let Reek know that, to keep this between me and you.
He hit her with that bye, Felicia.
She opened up the door wide enough to let her know, yeah, Reek's right here. How did you think Effie felt? She was hurt.
You know how she felt. She went and did her thing. Like she went to go crash the app that they created for the coffee.
Yeah, she was gonna crash that app, and Kane stopped it. She's salty. She is definitely.
So do you think she's going to hurt the business now?
But so is
she can.
But let's be real. Like, Effie is salty, but so is damn Tariq. Tariq only fucked Diana off some bullshit. Effie hurt me, so fuck, I'ma fuck you.
I think you know what? I think that was more of a Diana move.
That was some sympathy dick. Like,
and Celine, poor Celine.
Oh,
well, she's in there with another guy.
No, but
Celine is a pussy. Y'all niggas, hold on. Y'all niggas thought he was the feds. That nigga's a pussy.
No,
Celine is a pussy.
No. Because like seriously, Celine had the audacity to like literally you at this girl's dad's wake, and you had you had the audacity to bash him while in the Tejada's house. Like,
yeah, that nigga ain't even in the grave.
He
She
got
put
big.
his- she
I
put
was
him in his place. She did
yo
that.
like
He is a
As
clown.
she should.
I will say that Salim is a fucking clown.
and then he's tried to show up with flowers and apologize, after, getting dumped. That shit is lame.
Yo,
Yo,
I
like-
wanted him to
Yeah, there
go
was
open
some
that
dude.
door. I wanted him to go open that door. I wanted him to open that door.
Nah, I like the fact that I enjoyed the fact that like her friends was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Nigga.
she's occupied with a
He's
dude.
occupied at the
Oh yeah,
moment.
because you know
And the fact that he
what's the old girl
would
name?
never know who this dude is.
What's
It's
the old girl
always gonna
name?
be in the back of his mind, like, who is
And
this
he was
other
like-
guy?
He was like, with a dude? Yes, nigga.
You
Yes.
uppity ass fresh.
Holding
person.
chrysanthemums,
that
whatever it
nigga-
is that he was holding.
This nigga is Carlton Banks. That's who he is. Uppity ass, educated ass Negro.
Nah,
Fuck that
he the
nigga.
feds. I'm
He
telling
ain't no
you,
feds.
yo, he is
That's-
the fuzz, man.
I'm telling you, that's my episode 8.
Buzz.
That's my episode 8 right there. That's my episode 8 right there. Salim. He the only innocent one there.
I will say, talking Diana and Effie, you do have to admire Kane, his tenacity and his quickness. He recognized.
Did you see the softer? Did you see the softer
And
side
nut
of
up,
Kane?
nut up. I loved
Yeah.
it. I loved it.
Yo, he
His
recognized.
wordplay
what
be
was
on
going-
point.
Yeah, he recognized what was going on, and he immediately sought out to further. Like he sought out to, basically, he's trying to take Tariq's friends away from him, in an effort to basically get what he wanted.
He want the business. That all he want. He is Kane. No, I mean Canaan. He is Canaan. Kane is
Oh, yeah.
Canaan. He want the
Yeah.
business for himself.
But Kane has always had a thing for Effie. So his sweeping in to be some kind of knight in shining armor, with the promise of like, yo, I'ma still front you the drugs to take care of you. But then you on the flip side with Braden, like Kane sees how valuable Braden is, and so he's like, yo, so like Braden's loyalty isn't to Tariq. So that's
know what?
beneficial to him.
I would like Canaan. I mean Canaan. I would like Kane to be Braden's first body.
I need Braden to man up.
No, I think Braden will forever be indebted to Tariq. I think he will always be. I think Kane is going to be Braden's first body, but I don't think it's going to be in this season. I think it's going to be in like season 5. Now,
Hold
The
up. I got a question for you. Is-
what?
Is it me or is it Mary J. Blige acting is getting a little better?
I'm getting to that.
Because it's drama. She does well with the drama.
Now, what I will say is this: the Tejada's reaction to Lorenzo dying kind of seemed as though it was an afterthought. Like, for the most part of
Like
the
it's been
episode,
there before.
I was trying to
Hey, yo,
figure out
How they have to
like.
Oh look,
when
this
bury
is
him. Like when
listen.
they at least gonna plan the funeral. I just want to know when they're
Fam.
gonna plan.
this was the first time I seen Power fuck up. How you have a repass before the funeral?
Braden is Tariq's Tommy. That's right, Cleo. Yeah, I give you that.
Well, maybe they should. Normally, you have the wake before.
Yeah, but when they was arguing when Celine was arguing with Diana, she was like, "Oh,
No, that was at the wake. That was at the wake.
that was at the wake." But the argument she says,
She said repass.
"Oh, she said repass."
Yeah, she said repass.
Oh,
she
did.
said
I'm
repass. So
not-
this is the only time I've ever seen
oh no, I've seen
Power fuck up.
a whole lot. Like they fucked up a lot. So
Yeah, they
Um,
did that.
now Drew and Lorenzo's relationship was pretty strong. And he was always steadfast in wanting Drew to lead the family, even when it didn't seem like the wisest decision. And it felt like Drew wished to be worthy of this designation. So Drew decides to go after the Russians, but it didn't make sense because we know like they didn't kill Lorenzo. But for Drew, you know, he heard the rumors and wanted to make a stand and do something for his father. No one else seemed to agree with him, though you could feel his frustrations grow to the point where he just took it upon himself to exact a plan. But Drew was blinded by his grief. And all he could see was the need to show Lorenzo and everyone else on the streets that the Tejadas have suffered a loss, but they were still to be feared. Because he kept saying that the entire episode, yo, they gonna think we soft. They gonna think we soft. It's like, whatever. Now, to Monet. Now, Monet's in rough shape during this particular episode, trying to put on the widow face. No. Well, she's trying to put on
a widow face. That's the sad part about it.
She just looked angry.
She looked like I'm fucked up and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna clean up this fuck up.
No, now hold on now. Because Monet killed Lorenzo for 2 reasons, not one. What were the 2 reasons?
Well, we know for Zeke.
What was the second reason? Because a lot of people didn't think about this. What was the second reason? What was the second reason she had Lorenzo killed? It's like
I believe so she could be back in control.
Correct. When Lorenzo got out of jail, she lost control of the family
because she said that she's going to step in and take over, and she's going to take his place.
Yep. So, like, she ever since
and then hold on before you and in that aspect, Drew still don't see he a puppet.
Drew said, "Does everybody know that? No. Does Kane know that?"
And she was like,
"Don't say nothing to him just yet."
He think he gonna be the head.
But between Drew and Kane, she trusts Drew more
because 1 + 1 = 5.
Oh, we're getting to that.
Yo,
we did that.
Monet don't trust nobody. Monet don't trust nobody. Monet only want to fuck with people that
she can fuck over.
She can control.
Yep.
Because originally she was in control of Kane, she was in control of Diana, she was in control of Drew.
And Diana,
she was in control. Shit, she was in control of motherfucking what that boy? Yeah, she was in control of Zeke shit too.
And Zeke
and when Diana got Lorenzo out, that destroyed that dynamic. She started losing control. When Kane killed the cop, that was the beginning of the loss of her control.
Before you say what you need to say, Yoshi, when Lorenzo said no, when he finally confessed to Monet about killing Zeke, she said, all these months you saw me going out of my mind, you saw me going crazy, you saw me lose it, and you watch me. Why didn't you say what you said then? I killed the wrong person. Why you wait so late? Do you think it would have made a difference?
I think it would have made a big fucking difference. If it always make a difference from the minute that shit happened. You gotta own it.
You gotta own it.
You gotta I fucked up. Now she could be mad. She could make a play or try to get him out or whatever to put him back in jail or whatever the fuck she want to do.
Right.
But maybe their relationship is still intact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Now we're gonna cover 2 more points, and then in the sake of time, we're gonna have to continue this conversation on the episode on Thursday. But Kane seems to be onto her, and there's no way he totally believes her denial about being involved in Lorenzo's death. We see that right here.
I was shocked.
Put your father on. It's time you man up and learn how to handle our clean one. and shit stays that way. You hear me?
I hear you. But you know, Mom, the other day after we talked, it seemed like you might have had some questions for Lorenzo.
Why? Because he lied about IG killing Zeke? You think that would make me kill my husband over 20 years? The father of my children?
I don't know.
No. As usual, your ass don't know shit. If I would do that to him, why your ass ain't on the ground too? You kept your father's secrets from me. What? You sweating I'm aiming for you next? It's good I ain't kill your father, huh? Yeah, you do that. And stop trying to put 2 and 2 together. Because we both know your dumb ass always ends up with 5.
Now, we all know that Kane is smarter than the average bear. So I'm sure he's going to be the one to discover it. Evie, how do you think he is going to use this? Because he is a opportunist. All right. So how is Kane going to use this to his advantage? How do you think he's going to use this? Your prediction on how he's going to use this to his advantage?
I think that when the feds get on to something, because they always on to something, even when they fucking up. I think that she's going to jail. He's gonna make her take the weight for the family.
Okay. What about you, Vaughn?
I think he's gonna make her suffer. I'm not sure if he's gonna make. He's definitely gonna make her suffer.
I think she's too cold-hearted.
He's gonna. This is my thing. She wants to be so much in control, but he is going to make her bow down to him, and he is going to reign control over the family to where he's going to take the father's position. And she's going to have no choice but to surrender to him in that aspect. But I think where she's messing up is because she's not having any remorse. She's not showing any concern. She's not having that spousal, that yes, it's like she's rushing. She's rushing through all of this.
She only has one excuse when it comes to how she's acting, and that's because you can still say that she's still numb from the loss of her son.
Yeah, but this is you're still numb for the loss of your son, but now you're compounded with the loss of your husband. If your husband had nothing, if I know my husband had nothing to do with my son, now I have a greater weight on top of another loss. So now I'm compounded with another loss from a previous life. This thing is compounded. So I'm in a greater depression, a greater hurt, everything is greater.
Yeah,
nothing is greater.
You got to remember, none of that is accurate because she only thing she's feeling is betrayed.
She's feeling betrayed because she knows what happened to Lorenzo. She knows Lorenzo killed Zeke.
Right.
So therefore,
she don't give a fuck.
Everything that's going on with her, she can't even fake the funk because she knows she's just moved. Everything that's going on with her right now is being rushed, and it's showing. Like they're writing her character right now accordingly. I think they're doing a good job with her.
She's not an according actress. She's not acting accordingly.
She's not acting accordingly, but they're writing her script accordingly. Yes,
I think
right. Yes, she's not a great actress, but they're writing the script.
It would come off a lot better.
I think she tapped into some of them issues she had with KC back in the day.
Even with what's the attorney? What's the dude? Her attorney,
Davis.
Even when they said, "Oh, Tejada, you didn't know Tejada's died," he was like, "Oh," like they're disregarding all of that. Had they know that
had Monet had she cared about Lorenzo and Lorenzo had died, she would have called
Davis would not have acted the way that he acted when finding out that he died.
Because he wouldn't have found out on the news.
Right.
Monet would have called him that night.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that would have been a midnight call. Davis, I need you over here.
I need you on this.
Yeah. The only one that know how to play a lawyer correct is Tommy.
All right, so we're up against.
He worried about Lauren. Hey, is Tariq's name? Hey, Tariq want to know, is he involved in some case?
Yeah, but we're up against time right now. We got about 4 minutes left in the show, and I want to leave our audience, listeners, people on the live. We're gonna post it on our social media. Because we want your answers. We're gonna talk about them in one of our segments on our regular episode on Thursday. We're going live at 9:00 on Thursday. The question is, Monet. She's estranged from each one of the kids in some way. All right, which one of her kids should she be the most worried about? Now, I don't want y'all to answer it today. Like, which one of the kids do you think that she needs to be the most worried about? Like, we're gonna post that on our social media. It's gonna be a question of the day for tomorrow, because we're gonna cover it. What did you do?
I just hit my foot.
But I think that's a good question. I want y'all to kind of mull over it, think about it some, because each one of them has an issue with Monet.
After that shootout,
the question is, which one does she need to be wary of?
Drew, you know it's crazy because you asked this question, and it, like, to me, it just immediately eliminates Drew because Drew is oblivious.
We all still living.
If it ain't Gordo, he don't know shit.
We all still living.
All he knows is the schmeat he getting. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Y'all
all her kids fucked up.
She fucked them up. She fucked them up. It's like watching Raising Kanan. She fucked them up. Fucked them kids up.
Dingy.
Damn, I forgot we do that too.
Oh yeah. That's coming. Force coming.
Poor Celine.
Hey,
fuck Celine.
But Celine,
I would have slapped the shit out of Celine. Celine, the type of nigga I beat up in school.
Here's the flowers.
Celine kind of bitch made though. To tell you the truth,
Like he kind
of.
If anything, why would you really ever disparage somebody's parent? And then you extra super pussy because you didn't even. Yo, this nigga didn't even introduce himself. You know, when he was sitting there a few episodes back, when he was sitting there and Lorenzo came in her room, how you doing, Mr. Tejada? My name is Celine. He didn't even speak. Even if Pops be like, yo, get the fuck out of my face, you still introduce yourself like a fucking man. This nigga is a pussy. Yo. I'm sorry.
I still think something up with him.
Yeah, something about to be up. That life. We getting rid of characters.
Oh God, we got it. It's so much happening in this episode.
Yeah, that's why we got to do it in 2 parts, y'all. We about to get out of here. Yo, Evie, tell people how to find you.
Yo, you can find me on Instagram. That's BIGKIDENVI_chops. And you can find me on that Eggs, Grits, and Ignorance page. That's Grits, the letter N, Ignorance, and we be in there.
All right, Vonnie, tell people how they can find you. What you about to say?
You can find me on the same page, that Eggs, Grits, and Ignorance. I said it right that time. You can also find me on, I know, right? You can also find me on Instagram at OneVonchella. And you can find me on Facebook at Von Lee. You might have to send me a friend request.
You got room for friends?
I might.
It's exclusive. You gotta sign a non-disclosure to get it.
Definitely gotta do that.
All right, y'all, man. And you can find me on Instagram and Snapchat at The Ninth Wonder, Facebook, Yoshi English, and on what's the other thing? Twitter at I am Coachy _, but that name's about to change. So until the next time, y'all, we're out.
wasn't my dad. That wasn't my dad. Right, Auntie?
Jesus Christ, Zeke, what the fuck? That ain't your fucking auntie. That's your mother.
Mo, what the fuck is she talking about?
Now's not the time to act like you know what the fuck you're doing, alright? Because I know you don't. Listen now. I killed my dad to save my family, alright? Drew, Monet, Diana, Mecca will go after all of them if you don't kill Lorenzo. And he'll make sure you're the last one alive so you can see all of them die right in front of your face. You know what type of nigga he is. You don't have a choice, just like I ain't have a choice. So just get ready, man, because after this shit, you ain't never gonna be the same, gang. You really think you could do this shit without me? Half of this shit going on, none of your nose you don't even see. Kane, he replaced Rico's work with Sugar just to get you to take him back. Drew, he's still fucking that nigga that dropped him and Zeke's name to the school about that dead body. And Diana stole that money out your bar. You need me, and I need my sister, so what are we doing?
You about to go to war or some shit? You gotta stop and prepare for war when it starts. You've already lost.